Northern Ontario. Cold facts, hot truth. No cut media. We don't wait for permission.
In today's video, we're going to be looking at an interaction from the York police that ends up being pretty crazy. It starts as a call from a neighbor who's witnessing some type of home invasion. They then get into multiple collisions with two vehicles that are trying to flee, and inside find even more suspects who were attempting to break into a safe in the basement of the house. We get multiple interviews and the majority of the actual investigation. This is a video that the York police released themselves. But before we get into that video, we're going to look at another short clip of another police chase.
Where'd he go?
I think this is him here.
Is it a unit? What is going on? Is he going through red lights?
Yeah, he is.
All right, we've got a live one here.
Yeah. Air 2, yeah, he's got his lights off and just went through reds at Keel and stayed back. We've got strategic observations. And northbound definitely goes, dodging in and around traffic. He's good for dangerous.
Oh, he's still in the car.
Male is smashing a vehicle, and northbound he continues on Germana.
This just gets more interesting.
Yeah.
It is a Dodge Caravan. It is on file as stolen.
Copy, stolen vehicle.
Wrong side of the road.
Wrong side of the road, so eastbound and westbound lanes. Up to Jane.
Guys, don't put your lights on. We're not trying to stop
got his
you.
left flasher.
He's calling this right now.
He had reds at Dufferin, blew the reds, and southbound Dufferin he goes.
TDD successful, guys.
Beautiful. The sparks should start flying now.
Continues, yeah, westbound. He's starting to spark up. He's sparking good. Into an apartment roundabout. I'll get you an address here. The cruiser just rolled in, underground.
He's running! He's
Oh, there he is.
running!
Right there.
K96, they're on now. They're just taking him into custody.
10-4-1 in custody, 321.
Air 2, great work, everyone. Dispatch will be 10-8 unless there's further taskings for us.
10-4, thanks for your help, Air 2.
So this guy was already in a stolen vehicle, decided to stop and try to steal another vehicle. I guess he likely heard or saw the chopper is why he went back into that first car and took off. But this was some pretty good work by this Air 2 team. They actually instructed the officers to stay back. They had strategic observations, they called it, and then waited until a safe area to actually roll out spike strips and take him out.
Hi, hello, police.
For what city?
This is for Vaughn.
And what's the emergency?
Alarmed robbery in progress. I saw people pointing guns from my backyard. I saw outlines of people 1.5 minutes ago.
The call came over the air, and the first thing I noticed before the call was that it was a priority 1. It was a robbery home invasion, and there was one remark added by a dispatcher that said, one person pointing a gun at another. With that call remark added, I'm thinking the worst. I'm thinking it's possibly a kidnapping. I'm thinking that this is possibly a homicide. I noticed my location to where the call came in was very close. I knew that there was going to be a very real chance that we were going to be encountering the suspects.
Air 210-4, the black sedan has not left the scene yet. Still on scene at 33 Ventura Way.
When we got to the street, I was pulling down the street. I was following my partner. There was 2 vehicles parked side by side. Both my partner and I activated emergency equipment, and the vehicles both decided to flee from us. In a split-second decision, it was either create intentional contact with this vehicle and prevent them from leaving, or possibly seeing a victim get taken away from the scene.
Second vehicle was able to stop. 3 males came out. They have 1 in custody, 2 ran north and then west.
My first initial thought process following the collision was get up and get out of the vehicle and assess any injuries. However, the suspects decided to get out of the vehicle and flee.
Show me your hands now! Show me your hands!
I knew in that moment that it was exigent. It was still early in the evening. There was a very real possibility that there was maybe a family in their backyard. I was able to catch up to them on foot and effect an arrest on the first suspect.
On the ground now! Put your hands behind your back!
The second suspect decided to try and flee back through where I was standing. So it was at that point that I felt that there was no situation where I wasn't going to have to arrest both individuals at once.
4336. I got 2 in custody. If there's any available units to help me in the backyard, I could use another set of handcuffs.
I have units, a lot of them on the way.
Just listening to the radio, getting there, you can tell it was a hot call. Officers needed assistance trying to catch multiple suspects that were trying to flee the scene.
Can you guys air too? I have 1 male that had cuffs on. He's to the rear. He's no longer in the backyard. I'm with the other male with cuffs to the rear now. Air, be on the lookout for 1 with cuffs to the rear.
The scene just kept developing more and more. We were finding suspects fleeing to the north. There were suspects fleeing to the south.
The updates I'd received on the radio on my way is that, there was people in custody. I had no idea how many are outstanding. Is anybody outstanding? So there was a lot to take in as I arrived on scene.
Hey, calling you to standby. I need the air. I need to know if there's any outstanding parties at this time. Somebody please confirm, and if so, last direction of travel.
I didn't know where the officers were at the time either, and somebody had flagged us down and said there's people still in the house.
How is possible 2 suspects in the house?
Any available units to the house for possible suspects still on scene?
So I got there in a few minutes, along with one of my detective constables. I noticed a couple of uniformed officers running into the front door of the residence. At that point, I felt this is where I could make the best impact by going into the residence and seeing what was going on. As I approached the front door, I saw an individual, a male, and he was covered in blood, head to toe. He had a large gash on his forehead. He said that there are additional suspects down in the basement of the residence. So we formed up at the top of the stairs, not knowing what we were going to encounter down in the basement.
And we just yelled commands for them to come out, show us their hands. The first suspect came to the stairs with his hands up, but was not listening to the commands and very skittish and started to walk away kind of out of sight. At that point, we don't know what he's doing. One of the officers decided that we had to, take action at this point.
We formed up and carefully went down the steps. We immediately arrested the individual that had surrendered, and we observed 2 additional suspects. Those 2 were quickly placed under arrest. We found out later that they were trying to drill into a safe that the victim had in the basement.
47, 3 in custody.
3 parties in custody at 2111.
Air 2 did a fantastic job. Obviously, the eye from the sky, they get the much bigger picture than we do on the ground. As a result of that, we were able to apprehend further outstanding subjects that were hunkered down, hiding in backyards.
And through that gate, it'll be straight through to the back, along the back fence.
4136, we have 3 custody.
2 in custody at 2158. Good job, guys.
When I saw these individuals handcuffed and waiting to be transported, it was extremely gratifying.
And I think YRP should be very proud of the training that they provide for their officers. The first two responding officers, which were Brett Walton and Edan Godden, did a fantastic job. Brett Walton was still in his first year on the road. Like, he'd been signed off just a few months.
When I responded to this call, I had been working by myself as a fully signed off police constable for approximately 5 months. I felt that with the training and the scenario-based training that I was ready and confident for this type of call at York Regional Police.
Overall, this was some pretty good work from the York police. They stopped all the suspects. There was one that got away, but they were able to catch him later on. I am curious to know what was in the safe. This to me seems like it wasn't a random robbery. It was targeted, and they knew what was in there. And this likely has more to the story than what we've seen. Either way, they were invading the guy's home and the police were able to stop it. We do like to see proper police work, right? It's always nice to see the police actually stopping criminals. We just don't like to see them harassing citizens for no reason and violating rights. Now, to end off this video, we got a couple more short clips from the Air 2 team. But we also want to note that these videos are being published by the York Police themselves. So it's essentially their highlight reel. They're never going to intentionally publish something that shows misconduct. That's our job, to find these things, to request the body cam footage, and to expose it.
Here to Roger. Good for dangerous and flight from police.
EDD successful. I got at least the front drive, potentially the rear passenger.
More debris starting to come from the and loses, I believe, the front driver's tire. It rolls across the road and over into the fast lane. Now oncoming traffic. Get ready for a bailout at some point.
Take down. Okay, look out the window, guys. Bito Bravo, 1 in custody.
10-4, 1 in custody, 0125.
Here too, excellent work everyone. Dispatch, you can clear us. We'll make our way back to the hangar.
10-4, thank you.
They're coming right at us. Okay, Air 2, got him. And I got him at about 212.
He's going.
Oh.
He's running. He's running. We tried to stop him.
Yeah, Air 2, I can confirm there's a good hit on at least one tire. He will ramp 407 west, okay? And Air 2 is, full tire off from the front. He's going to lose it here soon. Units close the distance. Still westbound 407, west of, I think it was Young. Okay, brake, Air 2, I need the air. Tons of debris coming off the car as he continues westbound 407. Still able to maintain about 140, 150. Air 2, he just angled for a commercial plaza, but there was a fence, so he couldn't get in. So he is looking for a bailout. Okay, left turn Williams Parkway, immediate right turn into a commercial lot. I think, okay, this car's here to pick up the passenger. Okay, multiple people are getting out of the Lambo. Okay, everybody, move in now. I think the driver's out. I can't say for sure, but move in now.
Park, please.
Watch your foot. Watch your head.
Take me right.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have a story or event you would like to see featured on this channel, just send us an email at nocaudits@gmail.com.